In 1929, an old parchment surfaced in Istanbul. It showed coastlines no European should have known in 1513, including one that looks eerily like Antarctica. The map was whisked into a vault, labeled Top Secret. Why? Because it threatened to rewrite everything we thought we knew about the Age of Discovery. Welcome to Weird History. We dig up the story's textbooks, Barry. Hit subscribe and ring the bell if you're ready to challenge the official timeline. Scholars agree it's genuine. Second, a southern landmass appears ice-free 400 years before Antarctica's discovery. A map showing secret passages around Cape Horn could shift global trade and power. His assistant unrolls a deerskin fragment, gasps, and whispers. Antarctica, word travels to the Turkish president, who immediately restricts access. But why? What was so threatening about an old map that it needed to be hidden away again? Skeptics claim the Antarctica coast is really just South America drawn twice. One thing's certain, history still hides secrets on dusty parchment. Subscribe to Weird History and join us as we unroll the next mystery. The map shows a landmass where Antarctica should be, but here's the kicker: it's not covered in ice. Modern geology tells us Antarctica has been frozen for millions of years. It's the cartographic equivalent of finding a dinosaur fossil with a wristwatch. Drop a comment. Who do you think sailed there first? Imagine if you had access to every map ever drawn since the Roman Empire. We're talking about levels of geographical knowledge that shouldn't have existed for centuries. Did an advanced civilization rise and fall without leaving any other traces? Or there prehistoric seafarers with technology rivaling our own? The Piri race map has sparked decades of debate, research, and speculation. It's challenged our assumptions and forced us to ask difficult questions about our past. And isn't that what real historical inquiry should do? Shake us out of our complacency and make us look at the world with fresh eyes? Or is there a more mundane explanation that we're all missing? Or is it simply a curious artifact, given more significance than it deserves? The truth is out there, hidden in the margins of old maps and the whispers of forgotten legends. And we here at Weird History will keep digging until we uncover it. Why? Because knowledge is power. An accurate map of South America in 1513 is like having the nuclear codes during the Cold War. Either our understanding of history is fundamentally flawed, or we're witnessing one of the most elaborate hoaxes ever perpetrated. Neither option is particularly comforting. It's no wonder governments and academics alike have been so quick to sweep it under the rug. It could reshape trade routes, influence colonization, and tip the balance of global power. No wonder they kept it under wraps. Maybe the Antarctica coastline is just a distorted view of South America. Other controversial maps have surfaced over the years, each challenging our understanding of history. You won't want to miss our next dive into the strange, the unexplained, and the deliberately hidden chapters of our past. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop wondering what secrets might be hiding in plain sight. The Orontius-Phineas map shows Antarctic rivers that we've only recently confirmed with ground-penetrating radar. The Vinland map suggests Norse explorers beat Columbus to the New World by centuries. Each time one of these maps appears, it's quietly filed away or dismissed as a forgery. But why? What are we so afraid of discovering? Maybe Piri race got lucky with some educated guesses. But then, how do you explain the mountain ranges that match modern surveys? It's like finding a medieval painting that accurately depicts DNA structure. But it also raises a troubling question. What happened to all those ancient maps? Why don't we have them today? Suddenly, scholars were forced to confront the possibility that everything they thought they knew about early exploration might be wrong. It's no wonder the Turkish government quickly restricted access. Some truths are too explosive for public consumption. An honest mistake, they say. But believers counter mountain ranges on the map line up with modern seismic scans beneath the ice. Both camps agree on one thing: the map shouldn't be this good for 1513. So which is it? A lucky guess or evidence of advanced ancient knowledge? What other world-changing artifacts might still be gathering dust in forgotten vaults? Or a forgotten culture predating written history? Each theory threatens established timelines, and that's why maps like this end up lost. Think about it. How many other artifacts challenging the official narrative have been quietly filed away? If accurate, someone had sailed those waters long before Columbus ever set foot on a ship. Let that sink in for a moment. The Orontius Phineas map from 1531 shows rivers under Antarctic ice. The Vinland map hints at Norse voyages to North America before Columbus. Each was quietly shelved, disputed, or called a fake bee because they ask one dangerous question. How old is our real-world map? Ink tests, handwriting, annotations all match early 1500s standards. But what makes this map so special? Why did it send shockwaves through the academic world? Picture this. It's 1513. Most of Europe still thinks the world might be flat. Yet here's a map showing the coast of South America with near-modern accuracy. How is that possible? Two details made censors panic. First, South America is almost perfect years before Europeans charted its coast. Historian Charles Hapgood argued the map copied data from a lost seafaring civilization, an idea that even got a nod from Albert Einstein in 1953. Mainstream scholars scoffed. Piri Reis wrote margin notes, drawn from 24 inch charts and one map of Columbus. Among them, maps from the time of Alexander the Great. That's 1800 years of cartographic handmade downs on ancient Google Drive, if you will. But who were these mysterious map makers? And why haven't we heard of them in our history books? But no one explained the precision. How could a 16th century cartographer nail coastlines that wouldn't be officially mapped for centuries? Enter the ancient sea kings theory. But here's where it gets even weirder. The Ottoman Empire wasn't about to let this goldmine of naval intelligence slip through their fingers. Now, let's dive into the debate that's been raging ever since. If the Piri Reis map is genuine, who got there first? Chinese fleets under Admiral Zhang He, Phoenicians riding Atlantic currents. The Piri Reis map isn't alone in its controversy. Maybe the Piri Reis map is a cartographic fluke, or maybe it's proof our ancestors knew far more than we credit them for. But let's rewind a bit. What exactly makes the Piri Reis map so extraordinary? And then there's the Antarctica question. Let's talk about those sources for a second. Piri Reis claims he used maps dating back to Alexander the Great. That's 1,800 years of accumulated knowledge. The Ottoman Empire's reaction is telling. They locked this map away faster than you can say geopolitical advantage. But secrets have a way of surfacing. When Gustav Deismann stumbled upon the map in 1929, it was like opening Pandora's box. The debate rages on to this day. Skeptics have their theories. And let's not forget the Piri Reis map isn't alone. Perhaps the most unsettling question is this. If these maps are genuine, who made them? The Piri Reis map forces us to confront uncomfortable possibilities. But here's the thing about buried secrets. They have a way of resurfacing. So, what do you think? Is the Piri Reis map a window into a lost world of ancient explorers? Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. And see you in the next video.